everyone, and welcome back to Financial Wealth Community Channel. I'm Jackie Stewart, and it's October in the UK, and in October Black History Month is celebrated. I mean, I celebrate Black History every year, every day of the year, but however, it's October. So I've been doing a series on some celebrities, some historians who achieved financial success. So today I'm bringing to you Mary Seacole. Mary Seacole is a Jamaican-born nurse, most known for her contributions during the Crimean War, where she nursed the British wounded soldiers on the battlefield. And sometimes this was under fire, right? So she became known as Mother Seacole. Now, her medical and emotional support is what she's most known for. She was born in 1805, and her father was in the British Army, and her mother ran a nursing home called Blundell Hall. Now, after her mother died, Mary actually took over Blundell Hall, and that's where she was able to put all her nursing skills that she'd learned from her mother into practice. Now, during her lifetime, she achieved financial and entrepreneurial success. Now, this is not necessarily what she was known for, right? So she wasn't known as maybe one of the richest women in history, but I'm going to tell you she was definitely wealthy. And let's see why the financial side of her story is significant. So to start with, Mary Seacole was an entrepreneur. She made her way to Crimea, I hope I'm saying that right. She made her way to Crimea using her own finances after she was rejected by the British War Office. So she wanted to go there, she wanted to help. They wouldn't fund her, so she had to use her own finances. Now, once she got there, what she did was she built what's known as the British Hotel. And that was a combination of a lodging house, it had a restaurant, it provided medical service facilities, and it was very close to the front lines of where the war was happening. This wasn't a typical charitable business. She was not trying to build a not-for-profit. This was definitely a for-profit business. This is where her entrepreneurial skills came in. It was a business venture that was going to provide her with some finances. But what it also did was it provided comforts to officers and soldiers. So her business was popular, and it was reported that it was successful because the soldiers were willing to pay for her services, including food, shelter, and care. Here's a lesson. When you find that thing that you're passionate about, or call it your calling or your purpose, whatever it is, and you actually act on it, you become wealthy in so many different ways. Not just monetary, but in also building a community of people, or having something to offer that people are willing to pay for. Let's get back to her story. So during the war, her business flourished, but partly due to her reputation for providing excellent care, and partly because she was one of the few entrepreneurs in the area, you can think back to those days, who was catering directly to the soldiers' needs. So her hotel became well known. It was a respite for the soldiers. And even though she was charging for her services, here's the difference. Remember, it's her business. She often cared for soldiers free of charge when they were in desperate need. And that's the thing, right? When you are wealthy, you can help. You get to choose to help others who are in desperate need, and you get to choose to do it for free, right? So like most people that run a business or have a level of financial success, things can go wrong. Life happens, right? So after the war ended in 1856, Mary Seacole faced financial ruin. So she had invested so much of her personal wealth in running the British Hotel, but now the war was over, so the demand for her services vanished. Here's a lesson, right? When you're running a business, sometimes you've got to learn to diversify. Sometimes a demand for what you're producing may not be necessary anymore, or people may not need it anymore. However, Here's what happened to her. So she faced the financial ruin, the demand for her services vanished, and so what she did was she returned to Britain, but she returned to Britain in debt. However, here is an example of where wealth is not just about money. And I've spoken about this on my videos before. Her popularity with the soldiers that she had helped. So remember, she's a famous person. The war is over, but there's so many soldiers that she had reached out to help. And they were now all veterans, right? So what it was that they all decided that they were going to support her. So they rallied to her aid and they started fundraising. They launched some fundraising activities to help her recover financially. And a grand benefit concert was held in London. So they put on this concert in London to help this lady who was born in Jamaica, but who had a heart and passion to help all these British soldiers. And now that she was at a place where she had nothing left, they decided to support her and help her and to hold this concert for her. So her entrepreneurial success during the war and her ability to build a profitable business in challenging circumstances was remarkable. So her legacy is primarily focused on her humanitarian work, but her financial independence and business achievements should not be overlooked. So in summary, Mary Seacole was an astute businesswoman and turned her medical skills into a financially successful business. During her Crimean War, though her fortunes had fluctuated, particularly after the war had ended, her story is one of resilience, both in financial terms and in her ability to overcome racial and gender barriers. Let me end this video with a quote from Mary Seacole. She said, "I am not ashamed to confess that I love to be of service to those who need a woman's help." Thank you guys for watching this video. This is the third one in our series and we have one more to go, which will be coming out next week. Do remember to share with people who may not know much about Black history. Give them a little touch, a little taste, and then you can also go on and research some more for yourself. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the last one. I'll see you soon. Have a good time.